All right, Altered Stangers, we're live. Impromptu live stream tonight. I'll get the party started by talking about old Swamp Thing for a little bit. However, if there's anything Mustang related, any of you want to talk about, that's great. So yeah, I've gotten some comments before, and I got one yesterday about Swamp Thing, and it seems some people don't think Swamp Thing can run as fast as it does with a stock engine. So I'm not exactly sure where the comments are coming from in a way. Swamp Thing is completely documented in videos. I mean, it was pulled out of a field. I don't have that on video, but as far as everything else goes, I've got Swamp Thing getting ready for the track. I've got its first track appearance where it won a 1450. I've shown the weight reduction. I've shown it going back to the track with weight reduction, getting it to go a little bit faster, and yeah, we've taken it from 1450 to 1291. It's a stock engine from throttle body to oil pan. Now it does have headers and it does have a water pump and a crank pulley on it, but other than that, that engine is bone stock. It's even still speed density, so there's no aftermarket heads or intake or cam on that car, throttle body, none of that stuff. So what else can I say about it? This year we hope to run 1190s with Swamp Thing, and that's what I've been doing today. Actually, is porting up a set of P heads, and I hope they're going to make a big difference to Swamp Thing. I've been following some online tutorials on how to port P heads, and I've been looking at some other YouTubers who seem to know their stuff on porting heads. So I'm following what some of the tips that they have for making a set of P heads great again. And yeah, hopefully 1190s next year. So yeah, there's been a few people that just don't believe what Swamp Thing has run. Now I've seen cars similar to Swamp Thing run that number in the past. Wow, hey, Paul DeFox, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. If you have anything Mustang related, please chime in if there's anything you want to talk about. I was just mentioning that some people don't believe what Swamp Thing has run with a stock engine. There's people that don't believe the engine is stock. It's got approximately 285,000 hard kilometers on it. The oil pressure is low, but it does run 1290. But for anybody that doesn't believe it, it's light. I've lightened it up, and I was leaving the starting line at roughly 6,000 RPM, and we were hooking. So, So I got a few people on there. So, Paul, what have you been up to? What's new? I see you're getting ready for the next waffle. When I saw the picture of the car, I thought it might be your car, but that's not your car. So. Yeah, so plans for Swamp Thing are to run 1190 this year. We'll do that with P heads, a B cam, and an Explorer intake, hopefully. Paul, not much, brother. Just prepping for the next waffle. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's a nice looking car. That waffle's gonna sell out really fast. Black coupe. Oh my goodness. So yeah. Got a few people on here. Yeah, no, the waffles are doing really great, Paul. Man, if you put your car up, I think I'm gonna have to buy a ticket for that. I don't usually have a lot of extra cash, but that car of yours, I might have to buy a ticket or two on that one, buddy. Whew. I don't know. I'd have a hard time letting go of that one, though. I have a hard time letting go of all the cars, so there is that. But that Coyote swap package would have been cool to get, man. So. Not too many other questions out there, but still chewing on letting Night Fox go. Yeah, that's tough, buddy. That's tough. What would you get if you got rid of that? Any ideas? So Jackie and I are making preparations to go to. We think we're going to go to Chocolate Fox. I don't know if anybody else out there is making plans to go to Chocolate Fox, but I think we might. Paul the Fox getting a vert itch, really? Wow. Oh, I think you did mention that to me once before, right? Yeah, yeah. That's cool. That's cool. We make it a T-top, buddy. No, no, no. It's too nice to cut a T-roof into. Um, but yeah, so yeah, we're making plans to maybe go to Chocolate Fox. I've got a few things I need to do to the Silver Bullet before we head down to the States again. When is Chocolate Fox? Let me check. Jackie actually just booked a room last night, even though our plans are still up in the air, but we just wanted to have a room just in case. Chocolate Fox. Wow, I can't spell chocolate. Chocolate Fox. That's registration. Sorry, guys. One sec. Foxtober. Oh boy, why is it I can't find it? I think it's early in May. I hope I'm not making the wrong. Chocolate Fox. I'm not sure. I might have to find that later, Paul. Just don't see it quickly on the phone here. Found May 2nd to 4th. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. So, yeah, still be kind of cool in the nights up here in the Great White North. So heading down there, that won't be too bad though. Yeah, I've got to put a drive shaft in the Silver Bullet before I go and do some fine tuning, fix a couple of things, and door handles. That's the other thing. So Sally and I are going to try and make that one as well. Chocolate Fox, right on, right on. I don't know if you've booked a room yet, Paul, or anybody else. We we were booking last night, and I believe the guest hotel was sold out of like the regular rooms. I think there was just suites left. I thought I overheard Jackie say so. We're at a motel that's about, I think it's 5 or 6 miles away. Might have been. So I don't know if you've got your room booked, but might wanna check into it. So anybody else out there going to Chocolate Fox? Well, seem to have lost a couple of people, but yeah. So yeah, I've never been to Chocolate Fox. We've been to Motor City Fox Fest and Foxtoberfest, but not Chocolate Fox yet. But it looks like a good time. So oh, got some more people online again. Anybody else out there got any plans this year? Working on your Fox body, traveling with your Fox body, buying a Fox body, all the above. Um, Me, I've got lots of plans, not a lot of cash, but we'll have to get some of it accomplished some one way or another. Um, yeah, might have. Oh, we lost a couple of people again. Might be a slow night. Well, thanks, Paul, for joining in and asking some questions. I don't I don't know what else to say here. Um, yeah. Yeah, I think I'll try and get Swamp Thing into the 11s. I would really love to get Swamp Thing into the 10s with a B cam and naturally aspirated. That's going to take some work. Maybe that 351 motor I got out there. We'll see. So I don't know if you're still there, Paul. If you are, what year convertible are you looking for? Will it be another Fox or that Cobra was a sweet convertible. That's a car I've always wanted to have. 87 to 93 vert. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Mario's got that one for sale right now. Or damn, am I speaking out of turn? Is it for sale? Mario's got the red one anyway. I don't miss the Terminator Cobra, but I do miss the drop top. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. You should be able to get a decent deal on one. They don't seem to be as much money as, say, a coupe or something like that. So should be able to pick up a really nice one for a good deal. I like Mario's vert, but not my favorite color. Yeah, yeah. The new one he got, the triple black. That's pretty cool. Pretty neat. But yeah. Well, I think it's just you and me, Paul. I appreciate you hanging out with me anyway. Um, I don't know if anybody else will join in, but 100% triple black, yeah, one of my favorites. One of my favorites, that's for sure. Well, yeah, no, I appreciate you stopping in, Paul. I might, I don't know, we just looks like we might have got somebody else on here. Oh, hi, Sally. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Um, looks like it's just you and Paul. Mind you, I'm really excited and happy to have you guys here. Oh, there's a few more people online. That's pretty cool. Well, thanks for coming in and bailing me out, guys. So I'm not here talking to myself, but I talk to myself a lot. So that's nothing new. um, of course, our play. Ah, thank you, thank you. So just talking to Paul, he said you guys might be thinking of hitting Chocolate Fox. Have you guys booked your room yet? I was just kind of mentioning Jackie. Jackie tried to book a room at the guest hotel last night, and it was full other than suites. So we're staying at another hotel. I believe it's 5 or 6 miles away, if I remember right. No booking yet. Okay, okay. So must be filling up for that show, I guess. So I guess it's really not that far away. February, March, April, a few months. But yeah, so they advertise what, over 300 foxes. That'll be pretty cool, especially for early in the season. Um, hopefully, hopefully the coop doesn't break down on the way there. So we got a few people online. Anybody else thinking about heading to Chocolate Fox, Foxtoberfest, Motor City Fox Fest, any of that stuff? Or if anybody's got anything Mustang related they want to talk about, we can do that. And yeah, so for those that just joined in, I was talking about Swamp Thing a little while ago, and Two-Cam Sam, hey, Two-Cam Sam, Matt, damn good to see you. Ponies in the Smokies is less than 40 days. That's one I would love to do, but with all the salt on the road, I can't take my car unless I were to trailer it. That'd be great. But Matt, what are you doing? Is that little coupe all ready to rock or what? Is Sunday going to be your stream night? Hey Paul, I don't really have a stream night as of yet. I just kind of been throwing them up there, and if there's people online, I'll sit here and yak for a little bit. Haven't picked a day, but I guess opinions would be good on that. What's a good night? What does everybody think is a good night? We got Pink's Garage. Hey, all, thanks for joining in, Pink's Garage. So yeah, Matt, your coup's it all ready to rock, and I did want to ask actually if any Matt, you might have the answer to this. I got that rack off you at Foxtoberfest, manual rack, and I need to get the little flange adapter that goes on the manual rack so I can mount the steering shaft to it. Have you got would you have that kicking around by chance that I could buy or know where I could get one? Two-Cam Sam, I'm trading the coupe for 12,000 in concrete work. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. That's a hell of a car, though. That's pretty cool. Have you got a backup hot rod in the works, buddy? And Matt, are you going to be at Foxtoberfest again this year? I got to meet up with you again. I actually forgot I had altered Stang's license plate frames in the car, and I was going to grab one and take it back to you. I completely forgot about it. People like the consistency, so try picking a stream night and keep at it. Just food for thought. Okay, okay. Um, so yeah, I know you guys like Thursdays, and it works well for you. Paul or Sally, do you guys know of another good night? I kind of looked on my analytics at Monday or Tuesday. It looks to be a night when viewers are on. Maybe a Monday night would be good. Mind you, we got a few people on here now. Um, so yeah. Yeah, I I don't know. I keep backtracking a little bit. I hope it's not too. Matt, I will be at Foxtoberfest for sure. I have several foxes in the stable. I never asked you about that when I met you. Yeah, okay, you got several. That's cool. That's cool. I love that little coop though. Yeah, so I'll meet up with you next time we're at Foxtoberfest for sure. Are you bringing a load of parts? Because I'm a buyer. I need some stuff. So, um, yeah, so there's definitely a few more people online than earlier. I was going to end the live stream, and sorry if I'm being repetitive. What we started off talking about was Swamp Thing. I've had a few naysayers online saying that the car can't run that fast with a stock engine. When Paul was on talking with me, I think we were the only ones on here. I was mentioning that the car went that fast basically because of weight reduction, 373 gears and headers. But I'm leaving the line at 6,000 RPM, and the car is hooking, and it did that with the stock engine. So I don't know what to say. The progress is completely documented from when I started getting the car ready to go to the track. The first time uh, the first time I went to the track and it ran a 14.5 till the last time when went to 1290, and everything I did to it is on video. So got nothing to hide that way. But I've never had the engine apart. Paul DeFox, I don't think the night matters as much as the consistency, so your subs know which night to dial in. Yeah, good point. Good point. Maybe, oh, yeah. I've got kind of a crazy work schedule, though. I can't always be consistent with the same night. I forgot about that. I'm on a 12-hour rotating schedule, and it's all over the place. I kind of like the idea of Monday, though, I think. Matt, I'll see what sells at Ponies in the Smokies. If I have a lot left over, I'll bring them to Charlotte. That's cool. That's cool. So, anybody out there happen to have or know of a set of Trick Flow twisted wedge heads? I'm in the market, kind of looking for something like that. Either that or Vortec S-Trim. But just thought I'd throw it out there. This is the group that always has some ideas on parts for sale. Yeah. So, Matt, what'll be the next car that you get ready to rock? All right. There's quite a few people here. Yeah, if anybody's got any other Mustang related talk they want to talk about, we're good. Yeah, today I kind of got off my butt. I think it was, the comments about Swamp Thing that made me get off my butt. I went out to the garage today, and I've got a P head that I started porting one exhaust port on, and I got out there today and I kind of went crazy on it. I've got all the exhaust guides trimmed down and cone shaped. I switched to the exhaust side, or sorry, the intake side, did that. Contoured the spark plug boss a little bit, angled the chamber a little bit towards the exhaust valve, and really got to work on that head. And I'm getting pretty happy with it. Hopefully it'll pick up some horsepower. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm following a whole bunch of online tutorials and people on YouTube, which is great. All the YouTube channels tend to be able to help us out in a way. I don't I don't know everything and I don't pretend to, so I have to watch some other guys to get some advice and some knowledge on certain things too. Salty Stang, hi Azalda. Hey, Salty Stang, how are you? Paul the Fox, sorry I missed what you said. Have you gutted Swamp Thing? Yeah, Paul, Swamp Thing's pretty light. There's no rear interior plastics. I took the rear seats out. There's no passenger seat. I took half the heater box out because I didn't want to yank the dash at the time. I've got one chunk of a chunk about this big of the door beam out. The rest of the door beams are still in there. The rear bumper support is out, and I've taken the sound deadener off the floor. So that's what I've done for weight reduction, and the car really picked up as a result of it. So, to Camp Sam, my friend Matt. My 1992 GT Triple White has been to Foxtoberfest 2 times already, or I picked up a 130,000 mile SVO. SVO. Very cool. Very cool. Paul DeFox. Hey, Salty, long time no chat. Yeah, it's been a while. How are you guys up there in all that snow and cold? I don't know about everybody else, but I'm itching for warm weather and dry roads. To Cam Sam, my neighbor has a Vortec kit for a Fox. He was asking 2,500. Really, eh? 2,500 in American dollars. It probably cost me almost $4,000. Yeah, I'll catch up with you after, Matt. Do you know how new that kit is, or mileage on it, or anything like that? Just curious. So yeah, Salty Stang, glad to have you here. Glad to have everybody here. Paul DeFox, it's actually pretty mild and all the snow is melting. Yeah, my driveway is clear. Salty Stang, I can't own a SVO. I'd rip it apart and would have to install a V8. Yeah. Local guy here did that. Dutch. And it looked pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not a four-cylinder guy myself, but it's an SVO, so that's kind of cool. I don't know what to say. I always used to joke around about four cylinders being prototypes because you never see that many of them. So, but SVO, definitely cool car, 5 lug, rear disc brakes, that kind of stuff, turbo, pretty neat. I'd like to have one in the collection. To me, four bangers don't belong in Mustangs. Haha. Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't disagree. But yeah, no, I'm a V8 guy. So yeah. However, I would like to get a Coyote, but they're so darned expensive. So what's everybody working on? Anybody got anything to share with us? What you're working on? As I was saying, for anybody that missed it, I was out in the garage porting on P heads today. So P heads, old cast iron heads, but they seem to work pretty good, and hopefully I get them to flow. To Camp Sam, the SVO definitely needs some torque. Yeah, about 150 shot of nitrous ought to do it. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. What year is your SVO, Matt? Just curious. But yeah. So does anybody have any opinions on what I should do with here's his To Camp Sam in 84? Very nice. Very nice. Should we take Swamp Thing back to the track with the stock engine and see if we get it going any faster? Or should I start tearing into Swamp Thing? We'll put the B cam and P heads and Explorer intake on and start going for 11s. Salty Stang, Coyote swaps are super nice, but all the parts that goes into that swap is just crazy money. Yeah, so I was watching Joe Da Silva. He had a little video out not long ago, and he was talking about it was like $40,000 to do a Coyote swap now, and he mentioned it used to be about 25. So since COVID, everything has gone crazy. To Camp Sam, P heads for the win. Well, I hope so, buddy. I hope so. I've seen some people online port them and get the flow numbers up to high 230s, maybe a low 240. I don't want to say for sure. Definitely high 230s, and that's a pretty decent flowing head. I mean, for a factory head. Now, will I get mine to flow like that? I doubt it. I mean, I've never ported a set of heads before other than taking the exhaust hump out of an E7. So we'll see. Salty Stang says tear into it and install the cam and heads because in stock form, you might pick up maybe 2 to 3 tenths. And to me, that's just a wasted track day. Well, you are right on that one, Salty Stang. For the simple fact is my nearest track is an hour and a half away. And, depending on what's going on there, you never know how many passes you're going to get. And if I go through Toronto, that's about a 3.5 hour drive to the nearest track. And depending on traffic, that could be 5. So yeah, you're right. Health is wealth. What's up, brother? Love your Mustang. That's my favorite car of all time. Oh wow, that's that's pretty cool. Which I hate to ask, but which Mustang? I got a few kind of roaming around here, but yeah, thank you very much, and thanks for joining in. Appreciate that. Get the P heads deck 30 thou. Well, yeah, Matt, I thought about decking the P heads on for Swamp Thing, but it's actually crazy money to have any machine work done here. I can't remember what the cost was. It was actually crazy to have them deck 30 thou. It was going to be a lot of money. Like at that point, by the time, like here, our U pull, I'm going to pay, if you can find a set of P heads, which is rare, you're going to pay, what was it, 340, no, sorry, $280 for the heads plus tax. Then you need a spring kit, which is going to be over $200. And then to deck them was going to be at least a couple $100. I mean, I might as well look at twisted wedges at that point, unfortunately. Salty Stang, P heads are good. I just can't stand the plug angle. I always go for 3-bar heads. Yeah. Just so rare for us to find anything like that up here. I wound up with the P heads just because that's what was available, but pretty tough going up here for used parts. Health is wealth. 93 Mustang. Yeah, no, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, Jackie and I, so the 93 is the red car, and then we have an 88 that's a silver car. Jackie and I have been having the most fun with the 88 recently, the silver one. 93 Fox body Mustang. Yeah. Yeah, the 93, I can't wait to get it back out again. I hope it's this year. Got a pile of work to do to it, more than I care to admit. But at least as far as all the paperwork and stuff is concerned, it's ready for the road. All of us Mustang guys needs more Explorer junkyards. Haha, perfect parts. 100%. That and some SN95s. I mean, man, if we could find some SN95s and some Explorers, you build a hell of a Fox body between your 5-lug conversion, your rear disc brakes, being able to use the stick even out of a V6 car. I mean, awesome. 2Cam Sam, eBay has stainless steel shorty headers for under $200 for P heads. That's a good deal. What I've noticed about P heads though, because I've got them on the silver car, is I've got old school set of 1 3/4 inch headers I bought used. They're not 4Ps, but there's only one spark plug that is tough to get out, and that's number 5 up front on the driver's side. So I've cut down a socket. I haven't taken it out yet, but I think I can wiggle it out of there and get a new one installed. Other than that, I'm having no problems. I seem, depending on the set of long tubes, I think they're a little more forgiving than the short tubes. Salty Stang, SN95, great for grabbing T5s, 100%. So for those of you that saw me take the silver coupe down to Florida and back, the tranny was bad in that car. My U-Pull had a V6 with almost 300,000 K on it. They charged me, I think it was $184 for that tranny. And that's what's in there. And that's what we went to Key West and back with. And it is an awesome transmission. I love it. One of the better ones I've had, oddly enough, even for having that many miles on it. So, yeah. So you guys out there, Salty Stang, 2Cam, health is wealth. Everybody, what's your local wrecking yard situation like? You got lots of good parts. We got Explorers, SN95s. Any of you got any Foxes? Stuff like that. My local yard right now only has 2 S197s in it. So, and they're both V6s. Rotten. Salty Stang. Well, if you make another trip to Florida, stop off here in Georgia and I'll get you the hookup on T5. Wow. That's awesome, Salty Stang. Yeah, yeah. And Georgia, man, I love Georgia. Whew. We may have talked about that before. I don't know. I love all the southern states, but I love Georgia. We still have a bunch of explorers and junkyards, really, eh? Wow. Wow. My local U-Pull just got a V8 Explorer. That's the first one I've seen in got to be 15 years. And yeah, they want $140 something aside for the P heads, and that thing's got 360, 380K on it, something like that. And somebody's already started taking it apart, and it's got several broken bolts in the head. So I don't know. That's a lot of money by the time you have to put springs in it. So Mr. Mach 1, looks like I found the party. Right on, right on. Thanks for coming, Mr. Mach 1. Salty Stang, Mr. Gary in the house. Right on. Paul the Fox, Steve, just wanted to pop in and support you, brother, but it's dinner time now, so everyone have a great night. Thank you very much, Paul. Good night, Steve, from Sally. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Hopefully we'll all meet up again soon. Mr. Mach 1, Salty Stang. So yeah, Paul and Sally, you guys have a great night as well. Paul the Fox, take care. All right. Well, yeah, thanks for coming in, guys. So yeah, anybody have anything Mustang related they want to talk about? Oh, health is wealth. Have a good night. Paul the Fox, see you, Gary. All right. So now that we got a bunch more people online, anybody else going to Chocolate Fox? Jackie and I are kind of up in the air on Chocolate Fox. We really want to go. We have booked a room, but we're kind of undecided yet. Got to look at days off and things like that. But and it's early in the year, so up here it's a little cooler for traveling. And all I mean by that is if my old Fox body breaks down, I'm going to be fixing it on the side of the road. So Sublime GT500, sup? Hey Sublime, thanks for stopping by. Two Cam Sam, Amazon has the manual rack adapters. Really? Awesome, man. Thank you. Thank you. Salty Stang, I'm not leaving. I was just saying bye to Paul. Thanks, buddy. Mr. Mach 1, Sally the Fox Fitness, take care. Salty Stang, sup, Kermit? Mr. Mach 1, Sublime GT500, what's up, buddy? Sublime, Salty, Gary, what is going on, my YouTube friend? Wow. Going to be a pretty good turnout. Thanks for coming in, guys. So, Sublime, did you say you were going to? I'm losing my spot here. You are going to Chocolate Fox, or not sure who said that. Not sure I can find it. So yeah, we're hoping to get to Chocolate Fox. I'm not scared to drive the car. I'm not scared to break down, but it'll be cooler for fixing it. And how long of a drive was it? About 7.5 hours, which isn't that bad. Mr. Mach 1, Sublime GT500 is a Ford takeover guy. Yeah, I'd love to go to that Ford takeover. Oh, wow. Salty Stang, you learned something about us, guys. We are some talking. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. So yeah, anybody working on anything? Anybody got any projects that they want to work on? Yeah. Not me. I don't talk much, Mr. Mach 1. Oh, that's okay too. That's okay too. I'm actually a guy. I'm surprised that has a YouTube channel. I hate having my picture taken, but here I am online with you guys, so that's cool. Sublime GT500, waiting for spring. Mr. Mach 1, 1980 Ford Fairmont. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salty Stang, you're going to have to visit one of our live streams one time. You'll see. Yeah, so I believe I subscribed to your page the other day after we talked. I'm sure that's the right icon, but I will double check. Haven't seen a live stream yet, but I'm hoping to catch one. As a matter of fact, I'm going live in 1 hour and 25 minutes. Excellent. Excellent. Well, that's perfect. That works good. Yeah, my work schedule is kind of buggered up, but I'm home tonight, so that's good. So yeah, there's a bunch of people online. That's fantastic. So I asked the question, I think, in the last live stream. I don't know who heard it or not. Who thinks that I want to make Swamp Thing a no prep car? Who thinks that we should do it with a B cam? I'm thinking about making Swamp Thing a B cam only car, or should we limit ourselves? Two cam Sam. I picked up a low mile 83 GT the other day for 1,600 as a 66 289. Really, 83 GT. Hey, Matt, is that a T-top car by chance? Mr. Mach 1 351 C4 trans 5,000 stall 410 gear. Wow, 5,000 stalls. You're gonna come out of the hole like a screamer. Hook that thing solid, man. It's gonna feel like it's tearing the seat right out of the floor. Salty staying, no prep is where it's at these days. The only reason I'm thinking no prep is because I don't. It's not like I have a big budget to keep the car going. So with Swamp Thing being stick shift, I've heard in the Toronto area, and I could be wrong. I haven't been to the track, but I did talk to some people that seem to be in the know, and they said mid nines is probably competitive in the stick shift class. I'm confident with a bit of work I can get Swamp Thing into the mid nines with a stick shift. Now, reliably, T5 is not going to get it done, so I'm going to have to invest some money into a transmission. But yeah, let's see here. BCAM would be nice for no prep. Yeah, I mean, I guess my end goal would be a turbo kit, and my thinking on it is with a turbo kit and even with a B cam, we'll be beyond the horsepower limit of the stock block. So why not leave it a B cam? Two cam Sam, no, it's a hard top 4-speed. Got the 4-speed in it. Cool. On 3 kit and B cam and no prep. That's exactly what I was thinking, Matt. I was thinking actually I might fab up my own turbo kit, maybe remote mount. I've got some crazy ideas on that. Try and get more weight over the back wheels. Might go with remote mount rad and turbo kit. Salty staying, don't make it about budget, just make it about having fun. You don't have to spend a lot of money to have fun. Yeah, and that's kind of my motto too. I don't have a lot of cash to put out. That's why Swamp Thing is kind of the way it is for everybody that's seeing Swamp Thing. It's extremely budget beater. Thanks to my friend Matt, he gave me some good deals on some stuff I'm going to put in Swamp Thing. Don't forget a cage in case you roll. Yeah, 100% agreed. It does need a bar. I don't like the idea of the extra weight, but we do need to be safe. So, there brings the problem of weight versus money, right? So you kind of want a chromoly cage to save weight, but then that's a lot of money. So something I'm going to have to cross that bridge when it comes to it, and hopefully I'll have the cash to get it all done. Cage is overrated. Yeah, until you're upside down, I suppose. No prep, the legal street racing. Yeah, Mr. Mach 1. Yeah, you said it. And I have a funny feeling learning the suspension settings are going to be fun. But there's some great YouTubers out there making videos on that stuff. So there's some good help. Salty staying, just jump out before it hits the wall. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I love Swamp Thing, even though it's an old wreck. But yeah, as long as whoever's driving Swamp Thing is okay, then we're all right. I've offered to let my friends drive Swamp Thing, my kids, whatever. And if something happens to Swamp Thing, that's fine. Just as long as whoever's driving it's all right. Not a big deal, right? We can build another one. Lots of field cars out there. So yeah, no prep would be a lot of fun. I really got to get up there this year and see what it's all about. Maybe go up and get my butt kicked and check out the action. So yeah. We got a few people online. Yeah, so I'm thinking BCam Swamp Thing because we probably won't have any money for any aftermarket blocks. So it'll be 351 block. More you lose, the faster you learn. Yeah, yeah, no, for sure, for sure. Yeah, that's what I noticed about Swamp Thing. 20 years ago, you took a Fox body to the track, you pretty much you were doing pretty good. I mean, you had a 13-second street car. I mean, sure, there was lots of stuff faster with money in it, but you weren't getting your butt kicked. I took Swamp Thing to the track stock, and man, everything was kicking my butt. It would come out of the hole faster than a coyote, but I'd lose that lead by the time I was in second gear. So, meaning you have to get out and do it. Yep, no, I agree. I agree, Mr. Mach 1. I agree. Yeah, I think this will be the year for giving that a whirl. So, I'd love to be able to take it no prep racing down in the States to a big event once the car is semi-competitive. I just don't know if it'll be allowed across the border. I know I've mentioned that before. That's me being repetitive again, but it's something I'll have to find out. So yeah. Um, so um, so Paul and Sally mentioned they might go to Chocolate Fox. Anybody else going to Chocolate Fox? Anybody that's joined in? Because as near as I can tell, Jackie and I are probably going, and Paul and Sally, and I think that's the only people I know that are going. It's not a bad drive. I'm really looking forward to Motor City Fox Fest. That's only about 5.5 hours for me. Anybody else planning to take a trip to Motor City Fox Fest? Just curious. Salty Stang. Yeah, I'd race my own personal numbers and not try to compete with others. It's way cheaper that way. Yeah, so that's what I was doing with Swamp Thing this year. I just had a goal of 1290 in my head, and we got it. And yeah, we weren't worried about what everybody else was doing, but I did just notice that all these newer cars out there, are a lot faster than 20 years ago. I mean, there was no V6 Mustang or some of these little new four-door cars are actually pretty spicy these days. Got some horsepower under the hood. So what I'm trying to spit out of my mouth, I'm having a problem with it, is 20 years ago, you go to the track with a stock Stang. If you could drive it, you'd hold up pretty well. Took Swamp Thing there, stock this year, and got my butt handed to me by a lot of cars that it was surprising. But we had fun. We had fun. Two Camp Sam signing out for NFC Championship game. All right on, buddy. Well, thanks for coming out. I hope to talk to you soon, and I will see you at Foxtoberfest, buddy. Thanks, man. Mr. Mach 1, I'll be there. I'm about 15 minutes from Ford World headquarters. Oh, man, that's awesome. So, yeah, you live in the Motor City, man. That must have been something in its heyday. Um, I have never seen much of Detroit other than getting on 75 and cruising the heck out of there. And then when we went to Motor City Fox Fest, I got to see more of the town, and man, that must have been something back in the day. I imagine it's still something now, but I've looked online at videos of just different things, unfortunately, that have been torn down or dilapidated now, and must have been a heck of a town when it was booming, booming. Salty Stang, Gary, Paul, and Sally met you there last year, didn't they? Gary, Paul, and Sally. Mr. Mach 1, haha, just need to know where to go in Detroit. Right on, man. Right on. Did I see Paul and Sally at Motor City Fox Fest? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I don't think I had the pleasure of meeting Gary. I did meet Paul and Sally. Yeah, I met up with Paul and Sally on the first day, and then I saw them a little bit. No, did I see them the second day? I saw them the first night, 100%. It was such a busy time. We had so much going on, and we went with several people. So, Mr. Mach 1, Gary. Mr. Mach 1, I had dinner with Paul and Sally. Oh, right on, right on. Yeah, I don't believe we met. Did we, Gary? I could be wrong on that. Sorry, I have such a horrible memory, but I'm bad with names. But that's cool. You're in the Motor City. Man, I see some good parts come up down in Detroit. Whew. Actually, somebody's got a nice set of twisted wedges down there for sale right now. But yeah, yeah, your scrap yards must be wicked. So yeah, so Salty Stang's gonna have a live stream, and what is it now? Just over an hour. I got to check that out. Apparently, that's a happening live stream. So if there's a car show in Michigan, you can bet your butt Gary is there. Mr. Mach 1, we owned a junkyard, just sold it in September. Yeah, yeah, you're mentioning that last time. That's incredible. Man, I would love to have seen that. And you're saying you didn't really get a chance to keep anything, not a lot of storage, eh? Man. Hmm. Must be a ton of junkyards in that Detroit area. Right, right. Yeah, yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool, Mr. Mach 1. Gary, no, Gary. I'm gonna get it all clear eventually. No, that's awesome. So yeah, don't know if anybody's got anything else they want to talk about. Mr. Mach 1, oh, there is every couple of miles there's a junkyard. Man, I would have the best time down there. Ooh. Hmm. Some of those Explorers are a pain to strip down when they've been in the northern states. I know from the ones here, pretty rough going. But the southern ones aren't too bad. But man, there must be a good selection of cars if there's one every couple miles. So yeah. Yeah, we still have a lot of them here as well. Salty Stang, right on. Right on. 91 Mustang Alex would be here, but he's working. Ah, no, that's cool. Mark, yeah. Yeah, another gentleman I have to meet up with, Mr. Mark. Salty Stang, but LKQ is going around buying all the little yards. Oh, really, eh? Man. And yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, right on, right on. Yeah, we had some really cool yards here. You guys would love too. We had one just out of town in a smaller community, famous for years, and it was sad when it shut down. They went in there and crushed everything, but there was four rides, there was coupes, there was GTs, all that stuff. The majority of the stuff in there was four eyes. They had a few Aero Novas. They had like a 71 to 73 Camaro with a porthole in the back of it. Apparently, that was some rare, real low mileage car. It was pretty rough, but the stuff that was in there that we lost when it got crushed was sad. I didn't have the money or space to buy more. I got what I could, but would like to have saved a lot more, guys. So yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody chiming in. I don't know if Salty Stang. So what's your plan with the SN95 you have? I seen in your yard in your videos. The SN95 is just a parts car, Salty Stang. It's really rotten underneath. Actually, a subscriber let me know that he had it, and he's not far from me. And the reason he sold it was he couldn't get a gas tank back in it. All the mounting points were rotted out. So, and the torque boxes are rough, and the floors are tough, and the shock towers are pretty rough. So most of that is going to go in Jackie's T-top coupe when we get some time, hopefully in the spring. But yeah. So, Mr. Mach 1, LKQ used to be a great place to get parts, but it's not so good up here anymore. No? Is it a price thing or just the selection? We just like for years I've noticed you guys have U-Pulls. We just got our first one in the last 2 years. It's been a pretty cool place for me to get some stuff. John Doe, good evening, everyone. Good evening, John Doe. What's new? So we were just discussing wrecking yards and Mr. Mach 1. Hey, John Doe. Yeah, we just we got our first U-Pull. It's pretty cool. That's about the only yard I go to right now. A lot of our yards have closed down too, not because they were bought out. They just closed down, unfortunately. Salty Stang, yeah, I went back and watched a few of your videos and the ones you posted from Foxtoberfest. Your silver coupe is beautiful. Thanks very much, Salty Stang. Appreciate that. It's it's decent. It's a driver, but it's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of it's got a lot of sentimental value now that Jackie and I made a big trip with it. John Doe, hello. So yeah, so for those that just joined in, we've been kind of all over the map tonight talking about Swamp Thing. Seems there's a few people out there that don't believe Swamp Thing should run as fast as it does. They don't believe the engine is stock in Swamp Thing, and I went a 1290 with it. That's pretty much that's why I started the live stream tonight. Is got one message in particular on one of the shorts where somebody said that I said the engine was stock, and there's no way it could be because it went 1290. But I've documented all the video progress on that car from 1450 till 1290. Everything's transparent. I've got nothing to hide. I'm not trying to make it faster and hide something about it. I'm not trying to, I didn't go out there and spray it and run a 1290 and said it was naturally aspirated. I mean, it turned 104 miles per hour, hooked solid. That's all it should go. I didn't even think we were going to get into the 12s until it turned about 105 miles per hour, but the weight must be down enough that it did it. But yeah, I've got nothing to hide, and everybody can watch the videos and see what I did with it. But Salty Stang, driver is the only kind to own. If they are perfect, we wouldn't drive them. Yeah, that's a problem I've had in the past. Some of you that watch my live streams probably heard me rant about it recently. I will never own a car with original paint again, simply because of that. I had a real Butte, and I was scared to drive it, and the best thing I ever did was get rid of it. I was checking out Swamp Thing earlier. Why wouldn't anyone believe it happens all the time? I agree. I agree. I mean, I was leaving the line at 6,000 RPM. It was hooking, not solid, but if you hook solid, you'll slow down anyway. So it was getting the job done, and it's just light. That's all I can say about it. It's just light. And it's stock from throttle body to oil pan, but it's got headers, 373s, and weight reduction. Mr. Mach 1, we need to get a group together for Fox Fest for dinner and maybe a night cruise. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome, Mr. Mach 1. See, I would love to do that. That would be amazing. And there was supposed to be a cruise, I thought, to Woodward for the last Fox Fest, but I didn't hear what the arrangements were. I wound up back at the motel and then didn't hear anything more about it. But yeah, if we could do that, that would be wicked, because Woodward is something I've always wanted to see and cruise down. So yeah, awesome idea. Appreciate that one. Maybe we'll talk to Paul and Sally or put some plans out there and see what we can do. Salty Stang, no need to worry about those folks. You can't fix stupid. Yeah, no. Yeah, I just don't want people to think I'm trying to hide anything with the car, because I'm not. So I think when the warm weather gets here and I get Swamp Thing outside, I'm gonna go over it top to bottom, do a video, show everybody the engine. I mean, it hasn't even got mass air. Um, so I've never had the engine apart. It's low on oil pressure. It's got a lot of miles on it, but we're gonna keep abusing it till it says we're not gonna take any more. So. John Doe taking care of business. Well, we're trying. We're trying. We'll keep leaving the starting line as high as we can. Mr. Mach 1, Woodward Dream Cruise is good with Mustang Alley. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I've got to find different insurance so I can go more places with this car. So, mind you, the specialty insurance would allow me to go there because it's a car show, but yeah, I've had a lot of close calls. For anybody that watched the videos of us going to Florida with the car, man, we were lucky that it wasn't broke into twice. So yeah. I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to talk about. If not, I can We can shut her down and we can check out Salty Stang's live stream here in a little bit. Salty Stang, you could take it all apart and show them all the parts, and the damn airheads would still say, like, no need to try and please them. Well, I never thought of that. I do plan on putting P heads, a B cam, and Explorer intake, as we talked about earlier. And I guess a good video would be taking it all apart. I can show them it's got factory E7 heads, old, stock cam in it, and stock intake manifold. Mr. Mach 1 will keep in touch for Fox Fest. Yeah, 100%. I like that. That'll be fantastic. I know there was a group of guys from Ontario that went, and I never got to. I got to meet up with them, but we didn't have dinner or anything. So, and we didn't travel together. But might be better to travel as a group and then get together for dinner and then do a big Woodward Dream Cruise, our own Woodward Dream Cruise. That'd be cool. Tetanus 1948. Hey, brother, what's up? Hey, buddy. How's it going out there? Awesome videos. Love them. Love them. So, yeah, we're just kind of talking some Mustang stuff and making plans to go to some car shows. We were just talking about Chocolate Fox and Motor City Fox Fest. Tetanus 1948. Good. Thanks, brother. Salty Stang. Giving you fair warning, our live streams get a little crazy. We all got pie. We don't hold back. Just wanted to let you know. Oh, right on. Right on. That's cool. Mr. Mach 1, Tetanus 1948. Hello. Right on. So yeah, no, I hope to meet up with many of you guys as I can this year. I got to put names with faces so I could remember everybody. I'm just horrible with that. Mr. Mach 1, laughing faces. So yeah, all right. Well, if I'm taking Monday nights for live streams, but unfortunately, I won't be able to do it every single Monday night just because of the way my work rotation works. But if you guys have any ideas on that, let me know. If Monday seems like a cool night, Salty Stang, but we all go to Mr. Mach 1 to finance all our projects. Mr. Mach 1, you handing out the cash? What's going on here? Mr. Mach 1, what do you like, the Money Mart? John Doe work. That is that. What is that? Yeah. I'm on the Freedom 105 plan myself. Salty Stang, laughing my ass off, Gary. Oh, you guys. Mr. Mach 1, oh my God, I'm the poorest guy on the panel. No, that's me. That's me right here. My race car has mold growing on it. John Doe, just kidding. I'd like to be your poor. Oh, man. Yep. Oh, that's cool. So I can't wait to get back down to London where Tetanus 1948 is. Laugh out loud. I love the look of this thing. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. And I love your commentary on the video there. That when I was going through your video on your page and saw my car and you were had the commentary going, that made my night. That was awesome. Love that reaction, and that's what the Swamp Thing's all about. Just fun, right? So no, it was very cool. I appreciate that. So yeah, no, I got to get back down that way if they're going to let me run at London again. I don't know if you heard the story, but they didn't want Swamp Thing to run because he was too dirty. Figured some of the moss would fly off of him. And the only way I got to run was Joe Da Silva said that if anything come off the car, he'd pay to reprep the track, $2,200. So they let me raise. Crazy. John Doe. I barter and horse trade a lot with the Fox body community to save some bucks. Me too. So if you guys need anything, I can keep a lookout up here and vice versa. Salty Stang, keep the videos of Swamp Thing coming. I'm enjoying what you're doing with the car. Ratty cars are my favorite. Me too. Thanks, Salty Stang. I have more fun with Swamp Thing than just about anything else. Tetanus 1948 for sure. Mr. Mach 1, I have a Fairmont on a rotisserie for 7 years. 7 years, that's not bad. That's not bad. Could be worse. Could be worse. So, Mr. Mach 1, nice. John Doe, I am in Florida. I know you lucky bugger, John Doe. Salty Stag, I'm in Georgia. You're lucky too. I want to be in Georgia too. Oh my goodness. Home of the Dukes of Hazzard. I actually stopped in Covington, Georgia once. I had the best time there. Got to see that town square that the General Lee used to run around in the first 5 episodes. I was blown away. But also the stretch of road in Covington where Burt Reynolds and Tom DeLuise landed the plane for Cannonball Run and went and got beer. But Salty Stang, did you ever get to get the chance to check out 50 Tussin? Oh yeah, all the time. All the time. I've been watching Tussin for a long time. The Brain is my favorite. So John Doe, okay, Salty. Salty Stang, I live 18 miles from Covington. You got to be kidding me. Wow. So you grew up right in the heart of Dukes of Hazzard land. Love 50 Tussin. Me too, buddy. Me too. Salty Stang, the Boar's Nest building is still there. Yeah. So the last time I saw a picture of it, it was like a church or something. I would like to see that. I really regret missing out on where the Dukes of Hazzard farmhouse was. I guess it's torn down now. The fail TD is my favorite. Yeah, he's got that fail TD moving, and man, that thing can wheelie, eh? Yeah, I think Brain's always been my favorite because it was BCAM and Systemax. And I believe the last video I watched, did he make it a carb and change the cam? I can't remember, but I love the Brain for as simple as it was. Man, it was fast. So Salty Stang. My dad took us to watch Smokey and the Bandit be filmed. I watched the jump the bridge. Wow. Oh my God. So they did that bridge jump in Georgia near you guys? I know he did a lot of the filming on his ranch in Jupiter. Um, but yeah, I don't know where the bridge jump was. That's cool. That is very cool. Man, you guys got it going on down south. I'd move there in a heartbeat if I could. Salty Stang. Yep, in my town. Wow. Man, I just love it every time I get to Georgia. Jackie and I actually rolled through Georgia with the Silver Bullet when we did the Florida trip, and we stopped at Summit. And we also stayed. Did we stay in Dalton? I can't remember where we stayed. I thought it was Dalton we stayed at. Now I got to go back and watch the video. I think we stayed in Dalton, Georgia, which we've stayed many times before. And the cool thing about that is the original Roadhouse, Patrick Swayze's character was named after Dalton, the town. You guys just got so much cool stuff going on down there. Love it. And your cars aren't usually rotten. There's always that. Salty Stang, that little town where they picked up the load of beer is my hometown. We stood right across the street, watched them film. Wow. Oh my God, I can picture that main street in my mind. Well, I mean that's 40 years difference now, but I can picture it in my mind. Yeah, where you had the car there, the truck there, and then they got the forklift, and yeah, what they do for fun? Sit around and watch the cars rust. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I love everything about the United States, and I love the South especially, and I wish I could move there. And Jackie feels the same. It's just so hard for us to do. So yeah, no, the history you guys have got. That's why I love to put miles on the Silver Bullet and head down that way because the amount of places you can stop and learn and see something new is just phenomenal. I'd like to see all the Civil War battlegrounds and different places you guys got. Salty Stang, God, we watched so much of that movie be filmed. Ah, man, that's awesome. That is awesome. Black Trans Ams in Georgia. Nothing like it. That's a car I'm surprised they don't have here. Black Trans Am. So, yeah. Hmm. So did you see any of the Dukes of Hazzard stuff? I know they still find the odd Dukes of Hazzard artifact down there. Quite a few years ago, they pulled Lee number one out of a field down outside of Covington somewhere. Salty Stang, hell, the TV series called The Walking Dead was filmed 10 miles from where I'm right now. Really? Yes, sir, we did. Wow. Man, that's awesome, Salty. That's awesome. Yeah, I know that. I believe Vampire Diaries was filmed in Covington in the heat of the night. One of my other favorite movies was filmed there. Sweet Home Alabama. That was filmed there. Um, yeah, that's an awesome little town for movies. That's for sure. Man, you live in a great place. John Doe, interesting. I didn't know that, Salty. Yeah, that's cool. Somewhere Jackie and I were in, I thought it was the state of Georgia, but I could be wrong. I really think it was Georgia though. We were cruising around and we got into a little town somewhere, and the town had a drive-in beer store. And it was just the coolest little thing. They still had like a roadside tavern on the outskirts of town. It was just really cool. Salty Staying in the heat of the night. A lot of that was filmed in Covington. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. Man, what a history that little town's got. There's a little town not far from me that has had a bunch of stuff filmed there too. They did Ice Princess, and there was the Viggo Mortensen movie. Oh, I can't remember the name of it now. Past, no, A History of Violence. That was filmed there, and some other Disney movies. John Doe, the brew through is in the Carolinas. Oh, it might have been the Carolinas. Yes, sir. Man, you guys know your stuff. The brew through. See, I've always wanted to find it again, and now that you've given me the name, I will be able to find it again. I want to check that out. Salty Stang, and I live right across the street from the NASCAR track, Atlanta Motor Speed. No way. Oh my God. That's wicked. Man, the stuff you must have seen growing up. That's crazy. John Doe drive through store. Yeah. Yeah. It was the coolest thing. It looked like it was really old time. So, yeah. Well, man, it's been a pleasure talking to all you guys. I really enjoy talking about Florida and Georgia and the southern states. I know there's a Mustang channel. We're talking about Mustang stuff, but I love talking about the southern states. Salty Stang, I've been going to that track since 1974. Oh my God. Bill Elliott, Dale Earnhardt. Oh my God. Must have been something to see them roll in there with their cars and everything, eh? Wow. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. I was such a big Bill Elliott fan back in the day. Mm, that's wicked. It was awesome. Yeah, I bet. I bet. Man. All right. Well, I really appreciate the chat, guys. Enjoyed the chat, guys and gals. I was too. Yeah, no, thank everybody for chiming in. I guess we'll log off now. And anybody that's here, come check out Salty Stang's live stream in a little bit. I'm going to check it out, see what it's all about. I've been warned, and I hear it's really good. So we'll see what's going on there. And thanks very much, guys. We'll catch you next time. Salty Stang. I don't really go anymore to many. I'm old and old. Yeah, I hear you. Everyone have a great week. You too. Thanks, guys.